Every ad that says limited seats only, it is fear. Every trader who's flashing his Lambo and selling course is greed.
Today, you'll be learning about fear and greed and how to manipulate humans or your victim using the two basic principles of manipulation. If you haven't watched my first video of the series, go check it out. I will put the link in the description. Humans are a logical creature, but emotional ones. This is controversy in the history of philosophy and psychology. But the fact is that human decision is based on emotions rather than the logic. The main point I am trying to convey to you is that to manipulate someone or your victim, you will need to use the emotion as the main tool. Emotions like anger, fear, trust, greed, etc. But the core emotions or principle to manipulate someone is trust, fear and greed. Ever thought how the dark psychology principle came into existence? Take for example scarcity principle. This principle came from the emotion of fear, insecurities, gaslighting, fear of missing out. This type of tricks are based on fear. But the power is not in learning so-called tricks, but in really knowing when to use emotions. Emotions such as fear, anger, trust, etc. How will you know when to use fear? Fear in circumstances such as fear of missing out, fear of losing something, fear in groups, in crowd. Okay, I will explain each with an example. Fear of missing out. For example, have you ever seen those ads saying limited seats only? Yes, they are using your emotion of fear. Second one, fear of losing. Using fear in scenarios when people will think they will lose or use advantage. For example, take you are selling a pen to someone. So here you can say,
"Listen man, this pen is in limited stocks. This kind of pen just arrives in market every 5 years."
In this scenario, we use fear of losing out something important and urgency. Lastly, we use fear in groups and in crowd. How? By using the principle of being left out. Being left out in group. For example, in a group, if you want a member to follow specific rules and principle, instead of saying, "I will kick you out," you can say,
"You won't be involved in any important discussions or meeting."
This will make the member fear and he will follow your orders. Greed. Using greed is quite easy than fear. Why? Because from the beginning of this world, human brain were programmed just for survival of oneself. Meaning using greed is more easy to manipulate someone. But how will you manipulate someone using greed? To manipulate someone using greed, you have to create a false trap. How will you create a false trap? For example, imagine a scenario of a classroom where teacher has came to collect funds for a trip. But none of the students want to go on the trip. So here the teacher may say,
"Our school has provided discounts for a student who will be paying for the trip till tomorrow. The discount is of 30%.
And this kind of words from the teacher will make the student think,
"We can go on a trip for a cheaper price."
and how to manipulate humans or their victim using trust, fear and greed. And now we can advance to more topics. Till then I will take a leave, but remember, in this world only the best, richest and strongest survives.